Hey everybody, let's get on the air here and I'll explain what we're doing. Hey everybody, this is a WooFDriver once again coming to you live. Today we're on what we call the Amazing Chase course. It's based off of a sport called lure coursing. And lure coursing is a sport that is designed actually for sighthounds, because you'll get glimpses of this, but it's hard to film because it's over such a large area, and it's a small flag. Or do you have the flag, Jim? Can you give me one? It's a small flag which acts as a lure, hence lure coursing, and the dogs chase this flag. It looks like prey because of the way right here. Bring it back a little bit. It looks like prey. A little more, Jim. Right to me. It looks like prey. Here it is when it's just blowing in the wind, because the wind takes control of it, and they might see it as a tail. They realize, because it has no scent, that sorry, just reading my thing here, it has no scent, that it's only it's fake basically. But the prey drive in them drives them to chase it. Again, originally designed for sighthounds, because when that flag gets far out there, it's harder to see, and therefore not as enticing to the dogs. If it had a scent, most dogs hunt with their noses, so if it had a scent, they'd be more interested. But Princess, who's the oldest, she's about 13 years old plus, and Zorro, who is average age of the others, he's 8 years old, are the most interested in this. You'll see Jag and you'll see Chase. Chase is just a troublemaker up here. He wants to, you can hear the dogs in the van. He wants to have fun and really get on his buddy Zorro. Zorro's his little brother. Not so little, but you know the way that goes. Jag just wants to kind of sleep here and take a nap. What I will do also is I will be in the on the electric scooter, and I'll give them a ride, or I'll give them, time to free range to kind of chill out from this a little bit, as well as to get the ones who don't want to participate in it so much, get them some mileage so they get their exercise in. Zorro, he could go 15, 18 miles. Princess can go anywhere from 5 to 10 miles. So we're going to give it a whirl. I'm going to spin the camera. I'm going to put it, it's on a panner, if you will. So it's going to spin around. You're going to get glimpses of Jim, who's running the machine, giving me the ability to watch the dogs and spend the time with you talking about this, as well as you'll see the tubs. There's cooling tubs that they dip into. You'll see the van, and you'll see this is a private residence, not mine. I actually rent this pasture from a gentleman who lives in one of the homes here, which you'll get glimpses of that. Beautiful area up here. We're near Pennsylvania. Where would you? Carroll County, near the Pennsylvania line. We're still in Maryland though. So that being said, I'm going to turn the equipment on, and I'm going to let the camera start panning. If you have any questions about what you see, by all means, please put it in the comment section. I'll try to pay attention to it as we do this. If not, I'll try to get back to it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm turning the fan off, and I have a controller, and my GPS controller, which lets me help clock the mileage. Princess free? Good girl. So the dogs are... Forgot to unlock the back. It's got the child-proof locks on there. So it takes me an extra second here. Do what they want to do. They want to do it, and how they want to do it. That's what we're all about here. Free? Good boy, Jag. So you might hear me directing them or giving them commands. Just if they get a little feisty with each other. Remember, we're Huskies, and the machine is running now, by the way. You might hear that. They're Huskies, and they are prey driven, and they have a pecking order like a wolf pack, like a real wolf pack. So just to keep everything where it should be, sometimes I'll have to give commands. Now also, Zorro, who's coming around now, and you're looking at Chase, and you're looking at Princess, and Chase is having a little pit stop there. As Zorro comes by, I'll try to give you... Zorro's the fastest on this particular activity, and the most interested besides Princess. But, okay, here comes Chase. Chase is going to try to... Oh, Zorro, Zorro, no, good boy. Zorro got off. Zorro's faster than the machine. Do you have to fix that, Jim? You can take the equipment. So as the camera spins, I'll give you a view. Zorro is quicker than the equipment. The machine, technically, a lure coursing machine will go up to 40 miles per hour. This machine here, we had to modify this. I call this Husky style, or I call it the Amazing Chase. That's my name for this lure coursing activity. This machine will probably go about 30 miles per hour because it's electric. The battery powered ones, which are the ones that are more traditionally used for this I custom built, well, my team custom built it and designed it with me, because with the Huskies, they, with most breeds that would do lure coursing, especially sighthounds, they do a round or two and they're done, because they don't have the endurance of a Husky or a breed that has the capabilities of doing a lot more mileage and chasing. So therefore, the equipment we had wasn't capable of keeping up with the Huskies, the battery powered stuff. And some of those battery powered machines are extremely expensive. I've gotten a few of them, but believe it or not, I was able to build a less expensive machine using the electric on versus a battery motor. Is a lot more longevity, doesn't overheat, doesn't have the issues of the batteries. We've actually had batteries catch on fire before. So I was able to build this equipment for less money, a little more time and labor, but less money, and it actually runs great. So I'm gonna watch what's going on. Right now, those are the tubs that the camera's just passing. This is Princess. She's going to get in front of the camera, I'm thinking any second, but I'm not positive of that. Nope, you're actually getting a sight of me as I come around, and I'm trying to dictate to you. By the way, I mentioned this yesterday, I'm using something called a Link AKC, which is a collar designed for the dogs to, kind of when your dogs are at home, to keep track of them. And, excuse me, I'm just going to keep track of Chase. Chase! So what it does is it keeps track of the dogs, so you know the location of where they're at. And it helps people with, good boy Chase, keep their dogs in the yard, etc. I use it for Princess. I'm trying it out. The thing I like about it the most is it tracks their activity levels. So when they're at home, I can track their activity levels when they're not at home, but I'm playing with it when we're out on these adventures, and it's actually pretty interesting, the readings I'm getting, because it's all through GPS. Princess, good girl. Okay, right now you are getting a view of me again. So we have to stop because Zorro got a hold of the flag, and this, when the flag, the flag you saw when I did the introduction on the video, Princess, good girl. When I did the introduction on the video, was a full brand new flag, so it's really long. The dogs will bite at it, especially Zorro, and it'll become very short, almost down to nothing, but they identify it like that. So when it's long, he can grab it easily, and actually we're running now, and Zorro, you're gonna see, is coming up there. I'm gonna try to direct the camera here a little bit. So you're looking at Chase and Princess, who are just waiting for the flag to come. You're now gonna get a glimpse of Zorro as he passes. Nope, he's going the other way. Here he comes. He's going to run right past the camera, and we've clocked him out here at about 25 miles per hour, his quickest speed. Coming back around, you're going to get a view of Jag, and again, here comes Zorro again, folks. So, and I don't know if you got a glimpse of the flag. Good boy, Zorro. Zorro's really booking it up. Now we got a little harassment here between Jag and Chase, which that gets their exercise in because they like to pal around, beating up on each other. Some we got a plane flying overhead if you hear that. Yeah, they like roughhousing it a little bit, no pun intended there. Sorry, live broadcasting here. Happened to get a call. Okay, here comes Zorro now. You'll get a glimpse of him coming by. A quick glimpse. He's chasing it. And I'm going to try to direct the camera a little better than it's directing itself. It's hard again. This course is about 4 acres. Most lure courses are anywhere from 3 to 5 acres. So Now we did yesterday, if you were watching, here comes, now Zorro's gonna head right into the pool there, the tub we have. That's Princess and Jag you're looking at. Yesterday we were on a free ranging run. Free ranging's where they're off leash. And we did about 6 miles, 6 to 7, depending on which GPS measure you're looking at. So right now, we're playing cat and mouse essentially with the lure, because trying to get dogs interested. And Zorro sees it as you see him looking at it, and there he goes. And I don't know if you can see, that's Chase and that's Zorro. And here comes, oh, we got it. Oh, okay. You got it, Jimmy. He's coming around. Zorro. He got it. So we don't like to take too much fun out of the whole project. Since he likes catching it, that's kind of like his gift, if you will. And we let him grab it and have a little bit of fun with it. But we don't let him mingle with it too long, because it comes off of the line, etc. Now, if we did light the battery machines up, which we do sometimes. Princess, come on, here. If we did light the battery machines up, the speed is about 10 miles per hour quicker. So therefore, he wouldn't be able to catch that. But because of, again, a longevity issue and how much the dogs go, it's a little harder. So sometimes when he's got a hold of it, I might have to call him over. Zorro, no, good boy. Zorro, good boy. So we were able to get it by him. So I'll give you just a quick reading on mileage, okay? Zorro right now, oh, it didn't reset, has about a mile in. He just started, if you remember this. I'm gonna have to reset my distances, did not set themselves. So the equipment I'm using was originally designed for hunters, and I use it, I don't hunt, but the activities I do with my dogs are wonderful because this is all GPS based, and it keeps track of their mileage and positioning. Okay, you can see them walking over to the tubs now. And we're a little bit slow motion starting off because of the nicer weather, a little warm for the dogs, and our activity we got in yesterday. So depending, there you can see Zorro playing a little cat and mouse. Jim is with them. Now they're seeing the lure go out. So that's watching. And there goes Zorro. I don't know, yep, you could see him. And he's heading towards it, and you can see it coming in now. And he's gonna pass by right there, almost hit the camera. And there he goes. He's flying the other end of the course. You can see some of the dogs are eating some of the dirt here. In the dirt, there's usually minerals and trace elements that are there from zillions of years ago. So it's actually good for them. We run into that occasionally, and I let them eat that. There's Zorro. So, Princess, good girl. So you can see this is hobby based, but for them, where it's not so much a working situation, but an exercise and enjoyment adventure. So if they want to take their time, they can do that, and pretty much everything's open for them to do. Zorro. Yeah, I'll be able to give you better mileage readings as we go because of the my GPS. I didn't reset it. Apparently I reset it, but it didn't take. Because I reset it after each adventure, or before each adventure, I should say, because it'll have yesterday or the last adventure's results in there, and it'll just pile the mileage on, and I won't be able to differentiate. Now, Chase is right there. He's on the other side of the camera. This is Princess, and this is Jag next to her. Here, let's see. Okay, here comes Zorro, folks. You're going to get a view of this with the camera because it's going. You can see the flag right in front, maybe. And here comes Zorro, tongue hanging out, having a blast. And he's going around. Chase is looking at him now to see. Ran out of juice. Okay, so these machines also have built-in overheat protection designed by the company. Again, they weren't built for doing what we're doing, but they're actually, these are winches. So a winch that would lift something in the air or pull something out of a hole, whatever. So We have two of these machines. So they have built, they're not made for this, but they work beautifully. And we had to gear them. Zoro, good boy. We had to gear them. You could see Jim was shooing him off so he didn't catch the flag. We had to gear them in a certain aspect, and actually we could probably gear them down more so they were a little quicker. But we felt like we had a pretty good balance between torque, between the machine being able to take off real quick, and between speed, because you usually give up one or the other, either speed or torque. Torque is how quick they start off, and pulling capability. So the machines have a built-in, okay, you're going to get a glimpse of Zoro coming by. Oop, let me get out of your way. So the machines have built-in capabilities of protecting themselves from overheating, but they'll just turn off. Usually it's anywhere from 5 to 6 minutes, and they recover themselves, which is kind of nice. It keeps it from doing permanent damage to itself. And we just switched to another machine. There are 2 battery operated machines which we haven't used in a while. Usually in the colder months they're more in demand because they can go faster both ways, torque and speed, than these. Electric ones we've kind of maxed out. We might be able to, if we could find a different gear to gear it differently, we might be able to get away with playing with the speed controls a little bit. So I'm gonna wait a bit and then I'm gonna give them a run. There's Jaggy. Jaggy usually he'll go to a tree or go behind the van and catch a snooze in the shade. So I hope you're enjoying the show here. This is, again, part of my, here comes Zoro. Zoro! He's got it in his mouth. And Chase is, when Chase hears me call Zoro, he thinks it's time to play with Zoro, so he usually goes and tries to stop him in some way. Zoro! Is that it or is that it? Here, you got it. See, as it breaks off, you can't, the flag will disintegrate, for lack of a better description. Check Jag's location. Jag's behind the van. One thing I'm trying to do is hang close to the machine, to the camera, because we can actually lose signal if I move over. I'm wearing, the way this works, I'm not sure how familiar you are with Facebook, but I'm using an external camera to do the streaming, and then my phone is acting as my microphone and also as the projector, if you will. So they're waiting for it. We also, if you're looking at the area where the machine is housed, the equipment shed, we have a awning on there that rolls out, so when we get into the hotter months we have fans that we can hook a hose to, and the hose comes out, and the water comes out of the hose, of course, and it mists the dogs.
He's worried about it.
Yeah, where it's at?
Yeah, he knew where it was. He didn't know if he wanted to get a drink or start shaking.
Sorry, folks. I'm trying to do a lot of stuff here, as you see. So I don't know if you got a glimpse of that, but the dogs just jumped into the tub. They do that, especially Zoro and Princess, every few laps because of the heat, of course, and it really helps cool their pads. Princess sometimes will actually lay in the tub. They're shallow tubs. They're Rubbermaid. They're available at like a Tractor Supply store, or I believe Home Depot's. So, good boy. Good girl. And there goes Princess. See, now she's not going to engage. She's looking at it and saying, I'm not going to go get it. When the machine goes down, this time I'll take a ride with the dog just to clock a little bit of mileage and give you an idea how we free range out here. Keep going, Jim. I'm just going to grab the machine.
Okay.
But I'm just waiting. So I free ranged yesterday, and I call free ranging